Ohayo or Konnichiwa. Welcome, guys, to another Dan the Man, aka Daniel Sun review. And I just got done watching My Little Sister. Now, this is 13 episodes. It's on Netflix, so check it out on Netflix after you're done with this review. Because you know what? I highly recommend it already. I really, really enjoyed this anime, and there is also a manga that it ended. It's like this was actually ended a while back ago, I believe. Well, the anime did, but the manga is done. So if you're done with the anime, you can go straight to the manga and just read every chapter. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, these are just basically my thoughts of what I thought, what I enjoyed about it, what I didn't really like about it, and basically overall what it's about. The characters. Once again, anime is so great about... What's great about anime is the characters. Like, they all have different... You've seen this stuff before. I mean, when I was watching this, I was thinking Haganai, which is basically another anime. It's called the Friendship Club, where everybody doesn't know how to make friends. Honestly, it's kind of the same way in this one with our two main characters. We have Haru, who's a troublemaker, who got kicked out of school. He's not expelled, he's suspended. He's going to get expelled. And the teacher pretty much asks our other lead, Shizuke, I'm going to say Shizuke. And she is just like, she's very... It's what's so great about this anime, these two characters, that they're so honest and blunt. Like, they speak their mind. Our Shizuke pretty much doesn't have friends herself because she's always constantly studying, and she likes to study for some reason. And she just, she's not just like, she doesn't know what really different kind of feelings are. She doesn't know what falling in love is. She doesn't know, what friendship means, or she's always blunt. She's always honest, and she really doesn't really care for other people. And she just wants to just mind her business and go on about her. She doesn't feel sorry for herself at all. She's always just, she's in the books. She does what she needs to do, and that's it. Of course, she has to be the one that takes some homework and assignments to Haru. These two meet, and from there on, we get this marvelous 13-episode anime of My Little Monster. And My Little Monster doesn't necessarily speak to Haru's character, who is very, very... has an anger problem. Very bipolar, if you think about it. Very bipolar. He has a soft side. He has an angry side. He's very blunt. He's very to the point as well. I mean, in the beginning of the first freaking episode, the first two episodes, there was like what the fuck moments, because did not see it coming. Did not see a lot of these moments come, especially with the relationship between Haru and Suzuki. Sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. Kind of hard, it's kind of hard, right? Well, anyway, but it's not a spoiler because these two are romantically, interested in each other. They're attracted to each other. Hell, Haru says he loves Shizuke, and he barely met her for a freaking day. And then Shizuke says right back that she loves him in a couple episodes down. And then we just see this relationship, like, they're together, but they're not, if that makes sense. They're really just trying to figure out how to be romantically involved and how this works, because it's new to them. It's very new to them, and they're trying to sort out their feelings. And that's what's beautiful about this anime. It's not like, are they going to or are they not? Is she going to confess or she's not? Or he's going to confess or he's not? No, it's straight to the point. Basically, they already confessed, and it's really, this whole anime is just really dealing with a lot of things that are coming their way, a lot of different characters that come their way, and just a lot of situations, and just really sorting out their feelings, because they are, independent individuals. They really, except Haru. Haru constantly needs Shizuke, and Shizuke is basically... She wants to study. She wants, to be the best, and she it's all new to her. It's really just following her story and just feeling like seeing how this relationship can go, how she can make it work, if she really does love Haru, which she does. And it's just marvelous to see these two banter back and forth. Now, I gotta say though, there's some times where Haru gets a little bit too aggressive, and it's not abuse, it's pretty much accidental, but just the way how they go about it, just the there's one point where he does end up accidentally punching Shizuke couple of times, but he's never like really blunt and saying sorry and stuff. It's really, and sometimes he like kind of, he's very aggressive towards her, if that makes sense. He's very aggressive towards her. He always just like, I mean, sometimes, yeah, it's good to be spontaneous, but how it is in the anime, I kind of like, he would grab her wrist and he kind of hurt her a little bit, even though Suzuki was, fine. She was thinking to herself at that point. There's just those little instances that are, I don't know if it's nitpicking or not, but it kind of like threw me off a little bit. It's like, that's not abuse, but it's still like too aggressive in my point. That's what, but I still like the relationship. It's just, honestly, I just didn't really like those moments because Haru doesn't really come out and he kind of apologizes, but not the way that you would think. It doesn't really feel like it's like he apologizes, but not really, honestly. So you gotta check it out yourself. That's just my little nitpick on that one, on the relationship. But overall, I do like, Haru is sometimes like a little kid, sometimes is wise. I mean, he's smart. He is like, he doesn't even need to go to school. He's so smart. Because when he was didn't go to middle school or whatever, and he hit the books there, and he's smarter than Shizuke, and Shizuke is like number 2 in the class. So it's pretty great to see the banter go back and forth, and the comedic moments. There are comedic moments as well. I gotta say though, the side characters, absolutely. I was like, you know what? When I was watching this, I'm like, I kind of want I know it's going to be about these two and their romantic interest in each other, but I want an anime that shows me some side characters that, I'm going to root for, that I really like. That's where we get Natsumi, let me just shake it off for Natsumi, and this guy's name's so hard, Sayan. I'm just going to say what it says right here. Sasahara. They said he has a nickname. They'd call him something different, but Sasahara is a baseball player. He really gets introduced into the group later on in the couple episodes down. He's a great compliment to Haru. He kind of is like the best friend of Haru, and he really does give him advice, and it's great. They're never fighting, which is kind of awesome because it seems like they are best friends. And then you had Natsusumi, who wants to be best friends with Shizuke, and she wants that's when I thought Haganai, because she wants friends who are girls, because everybody just pretty much are whispering, like, saying gossip or whatever, whenever, because all the boys like her because she's so cute. But it's really funny seeing how she, tries to get into Shizuke, tries to be in the in circle, but Shizuke is so blunt and so honest and doesn't really need anybody, that she's friends with her, but not in a close relationship that you would think. So it's great, and I think Natsumi is one of my favorites. Sasahara is one of my favorites as well. I love those two together. They hint at it, but they don't really bring them together. You have to really read the manga. There's a great little twist in that. Well, it depends. Like, my nitpicking is where sometimes in anime they have the old, like, it could be a man or a woman who is way older than a certain character, and they try to get that relationship going. I don't necessarily, that's just me, it's my opinion, it's what I feel. Maybe some people are different, that's fine, but I feel like I don't like that. I don't like when they try to pair two characters together and there's a huge age difference. It's not like a 5-year age difference, it's a 10-year or 10 to 20 year age difference, which I don't like. I've seen a couple times in anime. With you'll get what I mean when you watch this, but I'm not gonna spoil it too much. But in the manga, they really dig deeper, so that's where the manga comes in. But I really do like the supporting side characters to these two main ones. It all balances it out, and they have great banter, like I said, great play, great interaction, and they can all switch. I mean, it could be Natsumi, it could be Haru. Natsumi and Haru's relationship is really great as well as the series goes along. It seems like they're best friends. Haru is such a character who wants friends and can't, is so mean looking that sometimes he can't get friends. But when he does gain friends, he is really a likable guy towards his friends. Then we have Kenji. Kenji is also a friend of Haru, sort of. He's pretty much, it's like that little love triangle. It's a little love triangle, but it doesn't really, it's not forcing its way into the series. It's very interesting with Kenji and Haru. It's very interesting how Haru feels towards Kenji towards the end of the series as well. So, and then you have other characters. Of course, you have Haru's, I believe, cousin, or the one who's taking care of him, Mitsuyoshi. He's a cool cat. You know, he's an older guy. He has a cigarette. He owns a batting facility, batting cages. So I like that character as well. Overall, the anime score, the OST was not too bad. It was actually really good. It's not too memorable, but it's good enough where, you know, it's like, oh, there has some sweet melodies in this series. So it's good. It's really good. I do recommend you pick it up if you do like OSTs. It's a good little, they have a couple of them that are really, you know, to your head. The animation reminds me of Snafu, My Teen Romance. The animation was clean. It was great. I really like the look of the characters. I really like the designs. I really like it's not newer animation, but it's somewhat like beginning of newer animation, if that makes sense. It does, like I said, it reminds me so much of Teen Romance and a little bit of Welcome to NHK. But it was great. It was great animation. I really never where I watched the series where I thought, you know, where I cringed. It was never a cringing moment. It looked great, and the rooster looked great, so everything was great design-wise. Pacing was so fast, especially the first 2 episodes were quick. They were quick. Like, it just moved, the pacing was just so fast, you know, a lot of things were hitting you, a lot of jokes were hitting you, a lot of relationships were formed. I think it starts slowing down towards the middle and then towards the end, but the pacing was really, really fast. I had to look at the time when I was watching on my phone if it was like a 15-minute anime, you know, those 10-minute animes or whatever, because the editing, the pacing was so fast, but no, it's about 25 minutes, 23 minutes each episode. So it was kind of crazy how fast it took off in the very beginning, but really slowed down. And overall, man, just anime. I mean, if you want, the ending is not very satisfactory. I gotta say, the ending really, I think that's why I didn't give it a 5-star. Was the ending was just, you know, there's a lot of things hanging at the end. This is one of those, you know, a lot of things where you have to go to the manga and stuff. And luckily the manga is over, so you can read it from beginning to end and know where these characters go, what their future was. Absolutely loved the manga. I went and saw the final chapters of the manga. Probably reread the whole thing, but I saw what happened to all these characters. Love the ending of the manga. So I recommend you go read the manga, and then the series. You know, it's just a compliment. It's a complimentary series. It's really good. Animation's great. Characters are great. A lot of the episodes, it never felt like there was a filler episode. It felt like everything was going smoothly. The tone was great. You know, they kept it funny, a comedy, kind of like drama, romance, but then they kept it, you know, kind of a little bit serious at times, and it just transitioned really, really well throughout each episode. Because, you know, there is dramatic moments in here with the relationship with Haru and Shizuki. And then there's also comedic moments with Natsumi. So it's great. It's great. It's great fun. Check it out. Really enjoyed it. It's one of those animes where if you don't want anything dark or grim and you want something, you know, kind of light. I don't want to say fluffy. It's not fluffy, but light and good of heart. Then check out this anime. I really recommend it. And when you're done with it, like I said, the ending's not very satisfactory. I wish they would make a season 2. I don't think that's going to happen. But the manga is right there to pick up. And gotta say, the manga's ending is cherry on top. There is maybe a few things in the manga ending. I know that one thing. All right. Because there is one character in the anime series called Oshima, and you really feel. I like Oshima and Haru's relationship as well. Oshima is really a sympathetic character as well. So, but she doesn't have too much screen time in here. Honestly, she comes like towards the later episodes. So, well, that's about it. That's basically about it. Check it out. Recommend it. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for supporting Anime Amino. What up? And let me know your guys' thoughts if you've seen it, if you're going to see it. And if you have seen it, let me know what you thought about the series. And check out the manga. And let me know if you saw the manga. So, I'm out, guys.